Thank you so much for joining us on today's bulletin. Welcome to Agri News. I'm Esther Gishuki. And on today's bulletin, we have quite a number of interesting stories for you. And we'll begin with the coffee sector. Efforts are underway to revive the sector in the country under the directive of the President. A 3 billion shillings coffee cherry revolving fund is set to address the shortage of liquidity among the farmers, especially those operating in small scale.
Now, elaborate plans have been put in place to revamp the coffee sector in the country, beginning from the address that the President made 3 days ago, showing or actually indicating that coffee farmers will now benefit directly from cooperatives. You also saw the movement of cooperatives from the Ministry of Trade to the Ministry of Agriculture, as well as the movement of the CS, Peter Munya, who is now tasked with that responsibility of ensuring farmers, and especially from this particular area, Nyeri, which is one of the largest coffee producers in the country, benefit from their crops. And there is also the 3 billion cherry fund that the farmers are expected to benefit from. We're also aware that there is that formation of the Kenya Coffee Planters Union that actually is expected to facilitate the how farmers will benefit from this coffee or cherry fund, the 3 billion shillings. And I want to understand from a coffee farmer, actually a person who has been involved in the Nyeri International Coffee Expo. This is an organization that has been linking the coffee farmers in Nyeri to the international market and to see that they actually get the maximum profits from their product. I want to understand perhaps what this effectively means to the coffee sector and what it as well means to the coffee farmers in this particular area. Thank you so much, Martin, for speaking to us on KTN News. The new coffee regulations, the regulations signed in December, and actually the formation of the KPCU that we currently have, perhaps, what do you think, or what opportunities do you see for coffee farmers coming from this wide range of regulations that have now been made?
I think I would say it is a welcome move by the President with the kind of with the directives that he gave the Ministry for Agriculture. And also another thing that I noticed is that Honorable Peter Munya also moved with the cooperative department. He also went ahead and it was combined with the Ministry of Agriculture. Now it is a good thing that because basically before production, the Ministry of Agriculture used to go up to the point of production. Then from there you get the marketing. The marketing is usually done by the Department of Trade. But now that both of them have been combined, it's a high time that the CS usually addresses the issue because it is coming from the cooperatives. First of all, the coffee revolving cherry fund, it's a kind of fund that whereby farmers will be able to benefit because you are paid upfront when you deliver your coffee, maybe at 60%, 50% or 40%, whichever the case. But now there are other areas whereby coffee farmers usually lose their money through. When you look at the marketing of coffee, the process that it goes up to the time it reaches the main roasters, who are the biggest buyers, there is a very big, the chain is so long that such that a lot of money is usually lost in between. So as like young people, we would wish that the government would bring on board something like capacity building for the cooperatives, for the marketing, for cooperatives, those people who do marketing for the cooperatives, they can start up something like capacity building, and also they can also bring on board young, energetic minds who can bring modern technology in marketing coffee, and this I think will take coffee to the next level.
You think that it will take coffee to the next level. But the biggest question that coffee farmers are actually asking, especially about the cherry fund, is how will it get to us? You know, 3 billion shillings, how will it get to us? As a person who deals with coffee farmers and as a coffee farmer yourself, what would you suggest, or how would you suggest should be the process of ensuring that farmers actually get this fund?
I think even with the kind of things, I might say that because of the kind of corruption that is there in our cooperative societies, the disbursement of these funds the government should be very keen, because the money might end up getting lost and might not end up reaching the farmers. One thing I think the cooperative department under now CS Munya is that they should scrutinize most of these cooperatives, look at how previously they have been performing and how they have been paying their farmers. And from there, they can, I think the government can always appoint somebody to be there on the lookout to whenever a cooperative, the money definitely to be distributed to the cooperative. The cooperative is who are the ones who will be able to pay the farmers, because they are the ones who know a farmer has delivered this amount of kilos of coffee. So I think we need somebody to watch over it from the government side, because somebody to take care of that money, because once we entrust the money to the cooperatives, and we have seen previously how the cooperatives management has been running the cooperatives previously, the money will end up getting lost.
Martin, there is this aspect that farmers are usually talk about, and they say that right now they're not guaranteed of how much money they'll get from their produce. They can, or the prices at which they sell their produce varies every other time. And there is that statement that was made once or last week by Gatundu South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria that he'll introduce in Parliament a guaranteed minimum return where you sell your product knowing too well that this is the money I expect. Yeah. What are your sentiments on that? Is it viable?
It is viable because at times the way you usually see the prices of coffee fluctuating now and then, I think I support Moses Kuria's bill of the guaranteed minimum return such that whenever you deliver your coffee, you are assured of an amount of money that it will never go below that. The only thing we can accept is that the money can actually, if the market is good, the money can actually go, the price can actually go up.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that is Martin, who is actually one of the organizers of NICE. NICE is the Nyeri International Coffee Expo that connects coffee farmers from Nyeri and Central Region to the international market. They've actually, Martin, I don't know what the last price for, or the per kg it has been for the coffee farmers you have connected to the international market.
A 60 kg bag was going at $90,000. 90,000. Is it $9,000? Yeah, $9,000.
Thank you. So that is basically what they do, and he has shared his sentiments on coffee farming and especially the new regulations that are actually intended to make sure that coffee farmers reap big from the farming that they have been doing.
Mango farmers in Makueni County are set to benefit from the creation of a fruit fly-free area aimed at enabling the export of the fruit to Europe and global destinations. The area to be created through a partnership between the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, KEFIS, and the Rockefeller Foundation is aimed at reversing a ban on Kenyan mangoes imposed by European countries in 2014.
Kenya has the capacity to produce over 700 metric tons of mangoes every year, but is yet to capitalize on the export potential of the fruit. This is largely due to export restrictions imposed by trading blocs, such as the European Union, which affected a ban against Kenyan fruits in 2014 following a pest infestation.
And so what this means to Kenya is that we have a self-export ban, and I'm sure Dr. Kimani is going to talk about it. Because that fruit fly is a quarantine pest, we cannot export any mango to the European Union. And that means we are denying our farmers an opportunity to have more money and more income for their families.
Australia, Seychelles and Mauritius stopped importing Kenyan fruits as a precautionary measure aimed at stopping the introduction of pests into their country. China also imposed new regulations for the avocado plant, demanding Kenyan avocados be frozen before exporting.
This is an area that has been deliberately established to ensure that it is free from the pest. And what we'll be doing is, in this particular initiative, we'll be trying to apply different technologies, and this particular technology that we are applying will be able to help us to ensure that the particular area that we have identified is really free from the particular pest, and we are able to ship from this particular area.
The fruit is especially important for Makueni County, where it contributes about 40% of household income. Should the ban be lifted and flies-free area realized, farmers in the county could see a higher return on their produce.
And therefore, even as we establish this fruit fly-free zone within Makueni, we are aware, we are mindful of the fact that this is something that must be done for these other counties so that mango farmers in their totality are able to access particularly the international market.
If it's lifted, we are going to get better markets for the mango because, as you know, currently we've not been exporting the mango to the EU. We've been doing export to majorly Middle East, which is not a very strong market.
Given that mangoes are the second most common fruit in Kenya after banana, the export ban has dire revenue consequences on both farmers and the export industry.
Now moving on to Voi, where various stakeholders in collaboration with parents, teachers and students have begun efforts of preventing soil erosion by planting trees in slope areas around the county. During the exercise, every individual was supposed to plant as many trees similar to their age.
Tuliketi tukaamua, mimi, walimu na wanafunzi wetu kutoka darasa la kwanza mpaka la 8 tukapande miti, kwa maana tuliona vile mafuriko yalifanyika mji wa Voi, watu kubebwa na maji, na tukaona ni kwa sababu wazazi wetu ama mababu na manyanya walikata miti mlimani na kupasua mawe, ndio kumesababisha hali hii yote. Mvua iliponyesha maji yakawa yanashuka mengi, ndio yakaharibu. Kwa hivyo tuliketi tukaona tupande miti, na tuliamua kwamba kila mwanafunzi alete miti kulingana na miaka yake. Na miti hii ni miti ya asili ambayo inaweza ikaendelea kumea katika sehemu hizi za Voi, miti kama mikilifi, mingine tunaita misoda. So wanafunzi waliweza kuchukua manyumbani mwao ile ambayo imemea kama wako na fence, na wameendelea kuleta, na leo hii tumeamua kwamba tuachane na masomo kidogo tu, tufanye kitu kingine katika mazingira yetu ya hapa Sikujua Juu. Tuko huu mlima ambao unaitwa Mnarani, na tunapanda miti vile mnavyoona kuanzia darasa la kwanza. Wengine wanashindwa na kupanda milima, lakini kwa sababu tunataka tuwafunze kesho wakiwa watu wazima wajue kutunza mazingira, tunaona tu tukiwasaidia ili wafanye hivyo.
Okay, leo tumepanda miti hapa kwa mlima kwa sababu mara mingi mvua ikinyesha tunaona maji yakitoka huku juu yanabeba watu chini. So kupanda miti hapa juu itasaidia kushika hiyo mchanga na mawe pamoja yote, ili wakati mvua ikinyesha tunapata vile maji yote yanashikiliwa ili watu wasibebwe na maji.
Tulionelea kuwa ni jambo zuri sana katika kuguza mazingira. Kama vile imekuwa ina trend, madhara ambayo maji imeweza kufanya kubeba manyumba za watu. Tunaona ya kwamba udongo katika Taita Taveta County, udongo uko loose sana. So tunapopanda miti itaweza kushikilia ile udongo na watu wanaweza kuishi kwa amani.
Mimi nashukuru tu sana mkurugenzi wa shule hii na walimu wote pamoja na wanafunzi na wazazi, jinsi waliposema kwamba tukue wale waanzilishi wa kupanda miti.
Kama ulivyosikia walivyoeleza ni kwamba kwa kupanda miti katika sehemu za juu za milimani ni kuhakikisha kwamba mazingira yanalindwa na pia wanashikilia mchanga. Wakati mvua itanyesha pengine siku zijazo, maji hayo hayatasababisha mafuriko kama vile tulivyoshuhudia sehemu nyingi za kaunti ya Taita Taveta. Kwa hivyo sasa wanasisitiza ama wanaomba shule zingine pia na washikadau wengine waendelee kuwashika mkono kwa kuhakikisha wamepanda miti ama wamelinda mazingira hasa sehemu za juu milimani ili kuzuia mafuriko katika sehemu zijazo.
And moving on to Wajir County, where a multi-agency security team has seized 900 bags of contraband sugar worth an estimated 1.8 million Kenyan shillings believed to have been smuggled from neighboring Somalia. 10 cartons of milk estimated at 40,000 Kenyan shillings were equally nabbed in the bust. The driver of the lorry has been arrested and will be arraigned in court on Monday.
Police in Wajir County have seized 900 bags of contraband sugar said to be worth 1.84 million, believed to be from neighboring Somalia. 10 cartons of milk estimated at 40,000 were also recovered. The security team says they received a tip-off from residents about a lorry suspected to be carrying the goods. The driver of the lorry, which was ferrying the contraband goods, is in police custody and will be arraigned on Monday. The porous Kenya-Somalia border appears to be a big hindrance in the fight against illegal entry of goods.
Sasa mpango wa serikali ni kuwa yule mtu ambaye anahusika na mambo kama haya anapelekwa kotini na anafutwa kazi na anaenda jela. Ndio sasa iweze kuwa mfano watu wengine wasiweze kufanya vitendo kama hivi, kwa sababu hiyo ni kusabotage uchumi wetu. uchumi wetu unategemea hizi taxes ambazo tuna collect kwa goods kama hizi.
Now, let's take a look at the roundup of agricultural stories that have been trending in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Babara kambaka.
Principalmente que fumo já uns 10, 12.
I started smoking cigars 10 to 12 years ago. I recently started smoking the Bongani cigars, and I can see the improvement that Bongani is doing. I can see that it's becoming better, and it's very nice to have a cigar that is rolled in Mozambique, made in Africa, made in Mozambique. Even clients come here looking for Bongani cigars.
Cada vez mais vêm para aqui e vêm à procura do Bongani.
I would say Bongani cigars will be great on the African continent, being homegrown and a home cigar, if you want to call it that, made in Africa for Africans. Yeah, it'll certainly appeal. I don't think it'll take off elsewhere, for the simple reason it's not really up to the Cuban cigar standard, and also the Nicaraguan, Dominican, as well as Honduran cigars. But yes, it's not a bad cigar nonetheless.
Setup costs are not that big. What is harder is putting everything together, is training the people, keeping them focused, bringing your raw material, making sure it arrives on time, shipping your product. This is the hard bit. It is not so much the expense, it's more that it is really fiddly. And of course, connecting with all these clients, with all our clients. We now are in about 300 sales points across those markets, across South Africa, Mozambique, Kenya. And I think we're going to double that the moment we step into Nigeria, at the very least, if not more.
On today's Sauti ya Mkulima, we feature maize traders in Kawangware Market who share with us the benefits they have reaped from venturing into the maize business.
I'm Ezekiel Goge, mkaaji wa Kawangware, na pia hufanyia kazi hapa biashara Kawangware. Mimi ni muuzaji wa mahindi, na hii biashara since nilipoingilia imekuwa mzuri sana. Imenisaidia kulisha jamii yangu, na pia huwalipia karo wa watoto, na nisema ya kwamba ni biashara mzuri sana.
Wakati mwingi naonanga ni mzuri sababu inanisaidia kujikimu kimaisha, kulea na kusomesha watoto wangu. Ni mzuri sababu tunafanya mpaka na bwana wangu hapa. Sio mbaya kazi ya biashara.
Na ile faida tunapatanga hapa hatuwezagi kuhesabu sana kwa sababu saa zingine unatoa, lakini kwa kiujumla huwezi kosa faida ya kutoka 500 kwa siku.
Now let's have a look at how different agricultural commodities are performing in different markets across the country. Now, it's just about that time when we sample feedback from you, and we'll start off. The first one says, kindly give me details on how to go about tomato farming. Now, you didn't leave your name or which county you reside in, but thank you so much for tuning in to KTN Farmers TV and for sharing your feedback. We really appreciate it. When it comes to tomato farming, there are quite a number of things that you need to consider. First of all, you need to consider your market. There in the county that you reside in, who is your market? Who are you targeting? And then from that, you can work backwards. You can find out which agronomists you need to talk to, where you need to get the seeds, and so much more. Now, I would advise you to watch our horticulture show, which airs every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. and reruns on our YouTube page, that is at farmers_TV Kenya. Now, we also have somebody else who says, hi, we get educated through you guys watching from Kigumo, Moranga. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your feedback. Keep tuning in to KTN Farmers TV for more informative content. Now, we also have somebody else who says, naomba mwelekezo kutoka KTN Farmers TV, mnisaidie jinsi ya kufuga nguruwe na mbegu ya nguruwe nzuri. That is Danish kutoka Migori County. Asante sana, Danish, for watching KTN Farmers TV. I would advise you to watch our Smart Pigs show that airs every Wednesday from 7 p.m. Now, lastly, we have Kevin, who is tuning in from Nanyuki. He says, great job you are doing educating us about agriculture. Thank you so much, Kevin. We appreciate your feedback. Keep tuning in to KTN Farmers TV. Now, this is just a sample of the feedback that we have been receiving from you, and we'll keep sampling that feedback every single day here on Agri News. If you'd like us to visit your farm, be sure to let us know on the line on your screen, that is the SMS line on your screen, 22071, and also on our social media pages, that is at Farm Kenya. Thank you so much for joining me on today's bulletin. I'm Esther Gishuki, and as we leave, I'll leave you with the weather forecast.